All right, guys. Good morning. It is 7:30 in the morning on the 15th of Monday, which is the first day of the major, as you can see. Nice out. There's actually a handle here. I wonder. Okay, that doesn't open. I was gonna say. So, yeah, it's 7:30 in the morning. We don't play until 7 p.m. And if we're being real, knowing Siege with all the delays. We're probably not going to play until like 9 or 10 p.m. So I'm going to grab breakfast because breakfast at the hotel is free. And I'm probably going to go back to my room and either try to sleep a little bit more or at least hang out because the other problem is that at the actual like practice area, it's not really air conditioned. So it's roughly like 80 degrees in there. And I really don't want to sit in there from, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. waiting to play. So, gonna grab breakfast, probably head back and chill in the room for a bit, and then get over there and practice and get ready for our games today. We play FaZe and G2, and hopefully we have a good start to the tournament. Okay, guys, so it's, I want to say, I honestly don't even know what time it is, like 1:20 right now. The games today have been delayed by like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and we are the last two games. So we're probably not even going to play until like, I don't know, midnight or 1 a.m. or 11. So right now I'm going to go do an interview with the Sonics content people. And then I'm maybe going to go to the convenience store and get some water to bring to the venue since it's so hot. The problem is I don't have reception here, so if I get lost, I can't check my phone. So I'm undecided on that, but yeah, I'm gonna do the interview and then probably head over to the actual like arena, and we'll see what's going on over there and how long I'll be waiting to play. 10 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, who knows?
Did you hit the big button? All right. So we're just gonna talk about more about like your last major, talk a little bit about the group, etc.
Okay.
So going into your final major, what are your emotions like?
Honestly, I don't really give a shit. I thought maybe I would care slightly, but it's just another game to me. There's no more importance on it than any of the others. Like I said when I retired, that I'm satisfied with my career. I've done or accomplished more than almost every player. So whether I win this tournament or whether we don't win a game here, it's not going to really affect, I guess, what I look at my career as.
What did you think of the public response to your retirement announcement a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was surprised that so many people seem to care, just because I'm, the game villain, I would say. So the idea is that most people don't like me, but seems like some people do, so it's good to know there's other mental cases out there.
Over the past couple weeks or this year, whenever you made the decision to retire, have you had a chance to kind of reflect on your career and your accomplishments, some nostalgia there?
I mean, I'm not like reflecting on it. Esports is kind of weird just because I'm retiring, but like I'm in my early 30s, and I certainly have not made enough like a pro athlete where I'm actually retiring. I'm just done playing video games. I'm still going to be involved in video games in a different manner. So I don't think it's the same as like, Peyton Manning retiring or something, right? Like it's not like I'm moving on to some, greener pastures. It's just honestly a different job. And for me, the biggest change will just be I've grinded the game for so long, even other games. I put all my time into it, and honestly, I probably imagine that I'll have more free time, and I don't know what I'll do with that, but that's honestly probably going to be the biggest change.
Okay, we'll kind of switch gears a little bit, talk about the group and stuff. Some people say that we have an easier group, some don't. You know, what are your initial thoughts on the difficulty of Group B?
I think we have a pretty strong group. Sandbox have made it to the top 8 of major in Sweden. They're also an attendee of Invite. G2 made it to the top 8 of the last major. FaZe, obviously, I think are probably the favorites to win this tournament. So it's, whereas some groups may have inexperienced teams or some groups may have teams that don't have a lot of international experience, depending on how much you weigh our Invite success, we're potentially the least successful team here in our group in terms of international performances, just because at groups last year, we didn't really have much success, and then at Invite, we kind of figured it out. So I think this is going to be a good test for us to see if, the Invite Sonics are what we are, or if it's going to be some group struggles again for us, because the main difference to me is that Invite, every match is a best of 3. We're a really good best of 3 team. We won NAL finals best of 3s. Groups are best of 1s. So I'm not nervous about it, certainly, but I do think I don't think there's any freebies at the major. It's the major for the reason. It's the best teams from every region, and it just comes down to which regions kind of are better.
Is there whether it's in your group or out of your group, is there a particular team or player that you want to face in this tournament?
I don't really care who I face. I know, it seems like the socials are making a big deal about me playing Elmo, but truthfully, I don't care. I don't think he's a good player. I watch their games on stream, and I do things for content to be funny, and some of it's truthful. And if they take that to heart, then that's not really my problem. I will say I don't like him, but that's just based off of his general persona, his personality that I've seen him display towards. I don't think he shows a lot of gratitude for his teammates. I think he's a me first kind of player, and I don't really fuck with that. But in terms of some rivalry or this game against G2 means nothing. In my mind, we are a better team than G2. I expect to beat them. There's no more importance on this game than another game.
In 7 days, you'll be retired. What's one more final accomplishment you want to make before then?
I mean, obviously for me, I think a lot of people know, but I haven't won an international tournament. I've come close to winning international tournaments. I've obviously qualified for a lot of them, but I haven't won. So in a way, it'd kind of be like a John Elway kind of thing, finally winning the Super Bowl and then heading out. But like I said, whether we win here or don't, it's not going to really affect how I view the game or anything. It's just, obviously that would be, the storybook ending that people look for in a way. So I'm back in the practice area. We got this fan, and then they gave us that little fan. And no joke, I want you to look at my forehead. Look at my hair, it's soaking wet. That is literally just me sitting in here. That is how hot it is in here. And yes, I'm chubby, but I'm also from Texas, and I live in Las Vegas. I'm used to the heat, and I'm sweating like this. So, Berlin Major, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna chill here. I've been notified that there's a chance our game gets postponed because it could go so late. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because what the fuck would we do tomorrow? Play 4 games? That seems insane. But I guess we'll see. So I'll catch you guys a little later. What's going on? I'm at our station right before we're playing G2, or we're supposed to play G2. Of the 5 of us, only Evan's PC works, and his PC has all Portuguese NIP stuff on it, so wrong SSD.
My computer has 8 sets logged.
It's also about 85 degrees over here, so exciting. Okay, so this is the end of day 1. I'm back in my hotel. We unfortunately were 0-2 today. We went 6-8 with G2 and 4-7 with FaZe. I was pretty disappointed with how we played today.
I think our comms were super cluttered, maybe even some nerves, and honestly, I think the conditions are, I mean, they're affecting everybody, but I think they were affecting us for sure. I mean, I don't know if you can see me right now, but it looks like I just got out of the shower. Like, I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but I haven't gotten out of the shower. That's literally how hot it is in the venue. When I put my arm on my mouse pad, when I move my arm, my mouse pad literally picks up and moves with me. My mouse pad was so damp that the mouse foot on my mouse pad came off. In the middle of the game, got like stuck in the mouse pad. I had to put it back on. And my glasses are fogging up. I mean, I'm still so hot, they're still fogging up. But my glasses are fogging up while I'm fucking playing. So, I mean, obviously everybody's going through the same experiences, unfortunately. But I just have to say, for a major event, an important event that is Ubisoft affiliated directly with Ubisoft, it's pathetic. This is just, in my opinion, virtually unplayable. There's so many factors affecting how you play outside of the game, and if we're truly trying to see the best teams, that's not how it should be. Honestly, I think G2 can win the whole event. I think we can knock them out in groups still. We play them tomorrow. But they have the advantage because they literally live here. Where they're practicing from, they have air conditioning. They're in comfort, basically, at the G2 facility in their apartments or whatever. And every other team is struggling through this bullshit. So, yeah, not the great start we wanted. For me, personally, I just have to figure out how to get comfortable. I played fucking horrible today. I was missing so many shots I was hitting during the season. And it's just, I have to figure out a way to get comfortable with the heat, with the not having monitor arms and that kind of thing, because I just felt so off today. I feel like I just wasn't, I just literally couldn't aim at all. It was pretty insane how bad the conditions were, or I guess are affecting me. So I definitely need to figure out what we want to do there. But yeah, Sandbox early tomorrow, and then G2 to finish it out. If we beat Sandbox and we can win that rematch against G2, I think we're in a good spot, because obviously I think right now FaZe are probably the favorite to take the group to get first place. So if we can take care of business against Sandbox, then we're essentially playing G2 for second. And, they did beat us, but they only have a 1 point advantage. So if we're able to get 3 points on them by winning in regulation, then obviously that's going to be huge for us if we want to try to get out of groups. So, yeah, sorry there's not a lot of footage from us playing. I was honestly so pissed off and so uncomfortable that it kind of slipped my mind. I'll try to do it tomorrow, but the truth is it's going to be the same conditions tomorrow. So I'll try to get as much footage as I can, but it's just, it's pretty disappointing for this to be my last event, for it to be, in my opinion, the worst event I've ever been to in my 14 years.
What's up, gamers? So we're day 2 of groups now. I'm walking over to the venue. It's about 10 a.m. I just ate breakfast. So once the first match is done, I'll do bans for Sandbox, which is a pretty big game to win. We need the 3 points from this since G2 already beat them and FaZe already beat them. So if we want to make it out of groups, we can't lose any points to Sandbox. Obviously, we did 2-0 them at Invitational, but they have a slightly different roster. So that's a big game. And then later tonight, we play G2 again, which is also a big game, obviously, because we can't lose points to them now that we lost the 6-8. So we lost a point there. This is kind of neat. I don't think I've shown this. This is every time I walk to the venue, it's the Berlin Wall, or I guess pieces of the wall, obviously. So that's pretty neat. But hopefully I'm more comfortable today, that I can figure out a way to not sweat my ass off to where the point I can't even fucking see through my glasses. But we'll see. Alright, what's going on? So, we just lost the Sandbox through, I don't know how many rounds. They clutched, I think, 4 rounds in a row. And I had to play on this mouse, which is an EC2B.
wired instead of my final mouse because my mouse pad yesterday was so damp that it loosened this mouse foot and it doesn't stay on anymore. So I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to go to the. There's an electronics store that's like 5 minutes from here. I'm gonna walk over there and see if I can get a Supr light. And if I can't, I guess I'm stuck using this mouse, which is roughly 40 grams more weight than I'm used to, and I'm definitely missing a lot of shots right now. So we'll see what's over there. So I walked over to the mall to the electronics store, and it did not have really anything. It had like a Razer Death Adder wireless, but that was like more weight than my current mouse. So we're just gonna have to use this EC2B, which unfortunately is about 45 grams heavier than the final mouse. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to get used to it. We played G2, I think in 3 to 4 hours, so I'll use that time to see if I can use it. But yeah, unfortunate. Okay, so NIP just lost a damn one, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but they are going fucking crazy at each other. We can hear them. They're in the room next to us. We can hear them losing their mind. Hold on. I don't know if you could hear them, but they are screaming at each other at the top of their lungs. Unfortunately, it's in Portuguese, so we don't understand, but it doesn't sound good. As you can see behind me, we're waiting to play G2. Sandbox is still playing FaZe right now. I think we're rooting for a FaZe win, which it seems like they just won the round. This is pretty much a must-win game. If we win this game, even though we've been playing horrible, we're actually at 4 points, FaZe, and then G2 would be at 5 points. FaZe is kind of running away with our group, but if we can win this game, we definitely have a shot going in tomorrow. If we lose this game, it's all over. So we shall see what happens. The weird thing about this setup is that's FaZe right there, so they're playing on top of each other.
There's G2 right below us.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird setup, especially because we're a team that usually like to scream at the other team. I think we can fuck with their mental. You can't really do that with this setup. Probably in playoffs. He just got first blooded, whoever that guy is right there.
I like him.
That guy wasn't on cam, just spectating. FaZe have a 4v2 here. We're rooting for FaZe to just finish this out because we'd rather them run away with our group at this point. Yeah. That's just so weird. That's Souls right there for you guys watching. And that is it. Sandbox lose 7-5 to FaZe. Not really much of a reaction from FaZe. I think they're relieved to not go OT there. And then Sandbox, no reaction. Hey guys, so yesterday or last night we lost the game to G2 on Oregon, I think 7-4. I think it was closer than that honestly, but the truth is they're just playing better than us this tournament. We're just not playing very well, me in particular, which obviously sucks considering it's my last event and I played pretty well, especially to close out the NAL season, but such is life, we move on. So today we have a game against Sandbox and FaZe. It's for invite points at this point. Basically we're playing for 3rd place, but the 50 points for the squad are important for us to qualify for invite. So obviously it's still important, especially to try to beat Sandbox here. We kind of threw our last game against them. And then I think I'll be heading back tomorrow. They might give us an option to stay, but I fucking hate this place. It's hot as shit, so get me the fuck out of here. No air conditioning, motherfuckers. I think they'd be Elevate, like 7-2. We're playing Clubhouse against Sandbox. First time playing Clubhouse this tournament. Pretty important game for us for points. Get my towel, because it's 900 degrees here. But outside of that, we're already out, so we'll see. Second to last game ever for me. I'm so scared. Okay. I think it could. Yeah, that's a crazy makeout session. All right, we're going to my last game. There's NIP. They're already eliminated like us. We're playing Phased on Bank. So we're playing maybe the best team in the world right now on their best map. A map I think they've never lost. So this should go well. I think we're waiting on these guys for you. So yeah, honestly, I don't know what to expect here. We might get railed, but hey, then I won't have to play anymore. Hey guys, so I just played the final. The final game. The final game of my career. And even though we obviously didn't do great here, I'm glad we at least finished on a win. Thank you, everybody who supports me. Thank you, honestly, to everybody who doesn't, because the people who don't, there's probably a lot more of you, and you're the reason I have a charm and that I'm pretty popular. Because whether you realize it or not, when you're talking shit about me on Reddit, when you're talking shit about me on Twitter, when you're in my streams looking for clips to make fun of me, any press is good press. So, thank you to everyone. This won't be the last you see of me, but it will be the last you see of me as a player. I'm sorry to those of you who maybe were hoping to get a picture or an autograph here at the event. Just wasn't meant to be. We had just left a lot of rounds on the table. We just weren't playing great. But at least we finished on a win and ruined FaZe's bank win streak. So until next time.